Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. I haven't done very well with readathons in the past. I'm not gonna lie. And I tend to avoid them because I suck at them. But then somebody, and I can't remember who it was, so apologies, but told me about a readathon called Middle Grade March. That has my name all over it. So I am taking part in Middle Grade March. I'm hoping this is going to be the breakthrough for me with readathons, that I found a readathon that is all about me and it's going to be really successful. But this is my TBR for the readathon. So there are 5 challenges. I'm not going to lie, I may have adapted the challenges slightly or have my own unique take on them, designed to let me read the books that I want to read. But I'm not going to dwell on that. I mean, I picked some up that I felt fit some of the challenges, but then others I was like, do you know what? I don't care, I just want to read this book. So, moving swiftly on. So the first challenge is to read an award-winning book. Now, I didn't particularly know of any. It's not something that I keep that high sort of awareness of. So I spent some time in the school library just looking through for award-winning books that I might want to read. And I found the Kite Rider by Geraldine. Oh my lord, McCaughrean. McCaughrean? Geraldine. We'll call her Geraldine. This apparently is the winner of the Carnegie Medal, which I think other books that I've read have won, or something like that, which made it appeal to me. It's a book that I have seen in my classroom like so many times. And in fact, I've just seen down here as well, it also won the Nestle Smarties Bronze Award and the Blue Peter Best Book to Keep Forever. So this ain't just an award-winning book. This ain't just an award-winning book. This is a multi-award-winning book. So I've absolutely no idea what it's about. But it's been on the bookshelf in the class for ages and I thought, oh, finally, I can read it and find out. So the second one is a book which has been adapted into a movie or TV show. And this is where I get a bit sort of flexible with the challenges, because I'm going to read Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. Now this is the second book in the Percy Jackson series. I don't believe it has been made into a movie or a TV show, but the first one has. That counts, right? I mean, I've just read the first one, so I couldn't see any reason to sort of read it again. So anyway, I'm going to read that. If you don't think it meets the challenge, well, I don't know what else to say. Now the third challenge is to read a childhood favourite, and the fourth challenge is to read a classic. For this, I have gone with, again, I wasn't sure and I struggled because I don't reread books very often. But then I saw this book on the school shelf, which is The Silver Sword by Serrallier. I am not good with the names today. This is a book that my teacher read to me when I was probably in year 6, so 10 or 11. I don't overly remember it, but it made me have that nostalgic feel, which I guess is the point of rereading a book from your childhood. And it also is a classic. I mean, it is... somewhere I read this. Oh, yeah, the publication date was absolutely ages ago. I can't remember when. I'd be lying if I pretended. But it was a really long time ago. I mean, I can't find it. I mean, anyway, moving on. So it's a classic and it's a book from my childhood. And I was quite intrigued to read it. So I'm looking forward to reading that too. And then the final, fifth challenge is a book with diversity of any kind. And a girl in my class, thanks Hagrid, had this book recently, and when I saw her reading it, I was like, I need to read that book. She said, oh, you can borrow it because she's awesome. So she has lent me Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. This, for me, is a book which has got amazing diversity in it. I mean, it's focusing on the, obviously, amazing females, but they are all from all different backgrounds as well, and I think I'm really, really excited to read it just because I'm a feminist. The only thing that marginally offends me is for rebel girls, like, can't boys read about women? But anyway, moving on. On top of those books meet all the challenges, but I sort of was like, do you know what, I'm going to go for this middle grade March, and I'm going to tackle the middle grade books on my shelf. So I've also really excited to read Knights of the Borrowed Dark by Dave Rudden. This is a book which I have been meaning to read for quite a long time and never get round to it, and then I just thought, if I'm going to go mad and have a whole month of reading middle grade books, I'm really excited to read this, and I know that the rest of this... Holy caboodles! It's also a winner of the Specsavers Children's Book of the Year. That's an award. But anyway, I met this guy at Salisbury Literary Festival. He was awesome, and he did a reading from this book, which made it sound so creepy and cool. So I'm really excited to read that. I think it might be slightly darker than the other books on there. And then I've also got James Clyde and the Diamonds of Orchestra by Colm McElwain. I'm not doing well with author names today. This is a book that was kindly sent to me by the author, and I just thought it was a perfect book to include in middle grade March. And what will be really interesting is to see sort of how it compares, because I think sometimes when you read a book from an author there's a feeling of, oh, I should try and enjoy this because they've kindly sent me a copy of it. But it's, you know, it's going to be being judged in a month where I have read some really high quality children's literature, so it's going to have to live up to it, I'm afraid. These are the books that I'm definitely, oh, high hopes, definitely going to read in middle grade March. I have got some other books which are due to be arriving, actually. I've got a lot of books in March that I've pre-ordered. Nevermore. I think I've ordered that, but it hasn't arrived yet. So I've got that, and I've got the second book in the Apprentice Witch trilogy, A Witch Alone, I think it's called, or something like that. And some others. I can't remember, or Children of Blood and Bone, but I think that's more YA, and Obsidio, but that's YA. So I plan to just basically read. I mean, I have a couple of others on my shelf that I might read if I get all those done, but, you know, that's high hopes. One of them is The Invention of Hugo Cabret, which is a massive book, so I'm intimidated by it, but if I get that far in the month, then I might just go for it. And also The Never-Ending Story, because again, I'm intimidated by it, but if I can successfully read all these, it seems a really good time to have a go at them. Oh, and Gathering Blue is on there as well. I mean, I literally think that means I'll have no more middle grade fiction on my bookshelf, which, by the way, gives me an awesome opportunity to go and buy some books. So I plan to clear out my shelves of middle grade fiction, clear up my TBR with all the middle grade books I have. Let me know if you're joining in with middle grade March, and if not, then, you know, that's cool, but tell me which book you would read if you were joining in. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.